Maitreya, 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 Maitreya.
They are here. They are here. Michael, would you please give us the time and the date?
Yes, the time is 2:05 Pacific time, and the date is Saturday, December 23rd, 2017, for an impromptu meeting with none other than Lord Maitreya, and the Universal Father is here also in our beautiful home, Mission Viejo, California, in the beautiful state of California, in our fantastic, wonderful country of the United States of America. Lord Maitreya and Universal Father, whom we also call Deity Everlasting, we welcome you both to our wonderful home here today. Mi casa es su casa.
Oh yes, thank you, Michael. That's lovely.
Welcome.
This is a very special meeting. This is a meeting right before our Christmas season. This is the 23rd of December, 24th, 25th. We'll be celebrating with our families all around the world, in Christian homes, and many other people are celebrating with us. I talk to so many people that are not Christian, and they say they will be celebrating too. I think that's really lovely. They tell me they are. We have Maitreya and the Universal Father, Deity Everlasting. They are just very, very close to us. And Maitreya Maitreya is here, but he's not in his personal body, not in his Middle Eastern body. He is in his Hispanic body today. The Hispanic body that he is taking to incarnate and work in the world, especially here in America, and working especially in Los Angeles area and Orange County. No, his job really is Los Angeles County. Well, he's in his Hispanic body today. He's in more of the clothes that we usually see him in, that the tan shirt and the brown slacks. So.
And this is the attire he usually wears when he's in his Hispanic body.
It is. He tends to be in those colors. I know when we see him in his Hispanic body. I know in the personal body he was wearing some purple, so I know that isn't his only raiment, but it seems in the Hispanic body he is very down to earth, and tan and brown are more
earth
of
tones.
The colors, earth tones, huh? Exactly. Yes. The Universal Father is in his white robe, which we have seen him in before. Very beautiful white glistening robe. That's a little bit to the ankle. And more of a short sleeve again, like just covering the elbow for the Father, Universal Father. I see. Can we remove these? No. They are both very close to us. They are about 4 feet away. They are not normal size today. Today is an impromptu meeting, and we so appreciate that you've come, because I know this is a season where everyone is busy. Are you busier too? They are. They are. That's interesting. I don't know why, but they are. That's very interesting. Of course, we've just had the winter solstice, and maybe that has... No, that's not the reason. Well, anyway, they are busier too, just like all the rest of us at this holiday time. So, Maitreya and Universal Father, about 4 feet away. They are not hovering. They are standing right in front of us. Would you like us to get you chairs? Or no, they're just going to stand here. They are not full size. They are about 1 foot high. So we are seeing, obviously, a projected image today. Okay, projected. Standing, projected. Are you really here? No, this time they are not. That's all right. That's fine. They are not really here. Are you in America? No, they are not in America. All right. Mm-hmm. Are you in another part of this world? No. Are you in a higher realm? They are. They are in a higher realm. Well, how kind of you to come and see us anyway, even though I know you are very, very busy and have so many more important things to do, and yet you still planned a meeting with us. We thank you so very, very much. Thank you so much for the two of you to come. Are there more here? No. I don't see anyone visible, and I don't get any impression of anyone else outside either, or in the great room. So I think we have the two of them are projected here, and they are in a higher realm. But Maitreya is in his Hispanic body, which is very interesting. Which means you can wear that body anywhere you go. Oh yes, he says he can if he wants to. But it may not be in as physical as we are right here. No. But it's still visible as the Hispanic body.
So not as physical a body?
No, as we have. No. But as far as being visible, it is...
But visible.
Looks as the Hispanic body. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know you did that. That is very interesting. Well, thank you for sharing that for us and to us.
Is that, Lord Maitreya, is that because the message you have to bring us has something to do with work that you would be doing in your Hispanic body?
Yes, it does. Michael, you're very, very astute. That's the word. Thank you so much. Yes, I guess so. You know, I do find that when you try to explain things to me or show me things, a lot of times you will do things like that because it's hard for me to understand what's going on, and only often through visible things or audible can I really know what you're trying to say. So that is what you're trying to impress upon us. Well, thank you, Michael. Yes, Maitreya is saying that he has come today to bless all the world for the holiday, of course, because there are Christians all over the world, and they are celebrating this most wonderful season. But he is saying that he has particularly come as a Hispanic to bless those Hispanic nations, countries, and peoples. And they are all over the world too, just, there's travel, everyone is traveling everywhere today and relocating, and whether you don't have to be a refugee to enter Europe and America.
Well, there are Hispanic nations all
over the world.
Especially Europe and South America.
Of course we do. So you're blessing South America, you're blessing Central America, you're blessing Mexico, you're blessing all the countries. Now Spain has a large Hispanic population.
That's Europe.
And that's Europe. And I know
Portugal.
Well, there are, of course, and there are many peoples in the world. But South America, Central America, Mexico, Spain.
And North America, there are a lot of Hispanic
Of
people.
course.
North America, of course.
We have here in America many of those that live here and are fine American citizens, but they are Hispanic, of course. And of course, where you're living in Los Angeles, you're representing the Hispanic people too, here in America. So you are predominantly blessing all of those that share Hispanic culture. I see. Well, this is your message today for them. He wants South America to become a great nation, which it already is. You have modern cities all through South America, and wonderful cities that are really using modern techniques and inventions and so forth. But he is saying for all of them, for every city, every town, every country that is predominantly Hispanic. And of course here in America. And of course our American culture, we came out of the beautiful missions, the 21 missions that came through California.
You mean not American culture, California
Well,
culture.
they brought it from Portugal and Spain to America, to California especially, because we're thinking California since we live here, and I have been to all 21 missions, bringing the Hispanic people into this, what has become a new nation here, and a new country here, and a new state, California especially.
And don't forget, someone is going to be singing in a basilica that's right next to San Juan Capistrano Mission.
That's right.
Today.
That's right.
At 4:30.
That's right.
And that would be me.
Yes, most certainly. Yes, the new church was built, I think around 1986, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and they made it as identical as they could to the church that was taken down in an earthquake around 1812, wasn't it? Something like that. And the mission was created in about 1776, wasn't it? Something like that.
Dedicated in 1776.
Something like that.
And, Father Junipero Serra, who started the missions, just became a saint. He was just became a saint in the Catholic Church.
And of course, that makes us think of the Virgin of Guadalupe.
Of course, with Juan Diego.
Juan Diego, and the beautiful cape that he wore that was embossed with all the roses that he shared with everyone after the Virgin's visit.
So the Virgin of Guadalupe represents a lot of hope for people.
Yes. And I know when we go to the Basilica in San Juan Capistrano and you look at the beautiful altar, and there is the image of the Virgin of Guadalupe, so beautifully done in gold and
on the beautiful retablo. Yeah, we have a beautiful retablo, an altarpiece behind the main altar that shows a beautiful beautiful painting of a version of Guadalupe, and she has a gorgeous crown, gold crown, and she, of course, is with the angel underneath her, but she radiates power and beauty of the feminine nature, and certainly an inspiration for many Latinos.
Oh,
many,
yes, of course.
Many Hispanic people. As a matter of fact, the Virgin of Guadalupe was a symbol used in the mission of Cesar Chavez to try and win better working conditions for the migrant workers in especially California.
And Maitreya is interjecting here that he wants to say that included in that are all of the native Indian populations.
Okay, Native American.
Yes, of course. When the Virgin of Guadalupe appeared, it seems, now I could be wrong, but it seems to me that she spoke to Juan Diego in his own language, and she looked like an Aztec princess in a way to him. I don't know exactly how he felt, but certainly.
Oh, you're talking about, so he wants to bless the indigenous...
He also wants to bless the native populations of our country and others included in the Hispanic.
Not necessarily the Native Americans, but the...
all of them that
the
are...
early Hispanic cultures.
Right, exactly. All of that, yes. The Indians that helped build that mission in San Juan Capistrano. The Native Americans. So he is including the Native Americans in this blessing today. And that's very beautiful, because I know in San Juan they have some wonderful festivals where the Native Americans put on a lovely feast and celebrate in different ways their
dancing
culture
and
dancing and singing
drumming.
and so forth. Yes, of course. So he is blessing all of the people of South America, North America that are here, Central America, Spain, all of the countries that we would say, have that culture. Native American and Hispanic. So, well, we thank you. We know that you are the Lord and Savior of all of the world. Not just where we live, but of every place in the world. So of course, he is trying to show us that he is concerned with every soul in the world. And thank you, Universal Father, for bringing Maitreya to us and bringing him in today. And we would like to know, do you have any thoughts about this situation? He does. He is saying that his presence will be in all of those missions, in America, in South America, in Mexico, all of those missions where people have come to worship God. The oldest missions, I know I've been to all 21, not all 21 survived in California, but I've been to all of the locations. But he's saying also that we mustn't forget there are places in Texas and in New Mexico where people worship that are of Hispanic and gather in their churches. And he is going to have his presence everywhere in the world. But today he is especially blessing those people of Native American and Hispanic cultures. So the Universal Father is acknowledging their presence and their wonderful work to make this world as progressive and as wonderful as it is today too. So we have both of you here. We have had you previously where you were blessing the Middle East, then blessing the Asian communities of the world, societies, countries. And now we have the Native American and the Hispanic.
And the world as a whole, of course.
And the world.
All of the blessings that you will bring
they have all been to the whole world.
Christmas season.
Yes. But especially to this particular culture. each time they've come, it's been especially.
Yeah, it's been specific to that particular culture,
But
that
of course,
particular tradition.
giving a blessing to all, of course. And of course, California, I love all the history of California. And we go to San Juan every week. Michael goes to sing, of course, and seeing right there where the mission is, and the buildings across the street, and a few blocks down, and so forth. The history is just so wonderful. The ranchos that were here, and so forth.
Adobes and everything.
Adobes. I love to go to them and take the children to see them. The wonderful history that we have here in California.
Yeah, and San Diego, of course, too, is a city
Oh,
that
yes, of course.
has a rich
Of course.
Hispanic tradition.
Oh,
We go to
yes.
Old Town.
Oh,
There's a
yes,
place
I
called
love
Old
it.
Town, San Diego, where they have some of the very first adobes, in California.
Yes, and showing how the homes were, with the courtyard in the middle, and how lovely that was, and the beautiful blankets that they had, and the patterns. I love all of it. I love it all. I love all the culture. It's so beautiful. Well, thank you. So you are blessing the whole world, but specifically this culture today. Well, thank you. You have a message, I can tell, Universal Father, for the people that you are specifically speaking to today. And your message is that to all of the people of Hispanic and Native American culture, that Maitreya, the Christ, has come in a Hispanic body specifically to give you hope, joy, and the promise. He is giving you the promise that your lives will be the very best that they have ever been in any age, and that the people will be represented by Maitreya. He specifically has chosen this Hispanic body to represent them in a very special way. Coming to Los Angeles, taking a job, and representing them politically in our political system, our government system, to make sure that they are well represented here on the earth, and in America especially. He wants every child in all the world that has this cultural background, South America, Central America, North America, Europe, to know and to be promised a future that is safe, secure, and prosperous. And the Universal Mother is going to make sure all of those children have all of the needs that they require. They will all be in place. Education, enough resources for all of them in the world to be prosperous and happy in this new age to come. Maitreya has more to say too. He wants us to recognize our Native American and Hispanic brothers as our dearest friends, and that we need to love and cherish every single brother and sister on the earth. He's saying it is true, because of technology, we're becoming a nation that is not divided by racial and cultural so much as ideology. People that have the same interests are gathering together more, whether they are from South America or Russia or America. It's the ideas that they hold that are gathering people together as units, more than even cultural. And this will increase as time goes on, so that it really won't matter what our cultural background is. It will be more our interests that will hold groups together. Maitreya is saying that people will not view their racial or cultural origins in the future so much as their interests that will evolve in the future world. He's saying we will be grouped more by programs and projects that we are interested in and that we become involved in. I kind of think of it as, I like to be an armchair archaeologist and the books that I read and the people I read about and gain information from are from all over the world, of every culture and every nationality. It doesn't matter, but we have a common interest. This will be the way the future will be going.
So common interests.
Common interests will bring people together rather than racial and cultural division. Common interest. And that can happen now with the technology that we have. It won't matter so much if someone is 2,000 miles away or more even. We can email them or phone them, and we can have instant almost access to people that are all over the world and in every country. And that interest will be the new, gathering people together in groups, working together, even though they may be thousands of miles away from each other.
Okay, so people will be identified more for their interests.
Yes.
Rather than what they look like or what their culture is.
Exactly, yes. He's saying it's almost that we're entering a more mental age.
What does that mean?
An age where our thinking is going to dictate how the world progresses. As we join with others of like thought. And because of that, we can accomplish more in the total world, helping to balance resources, sharing, so that everyone in the world can have enough money, enough food, enough clothing, enough shelter, because space and time will not matter as much. It will be groups of like-minded people accomplishing this, because there is no barrier of time and space anymore. We can help people that are 10,000 miles away or in another country so much more easily today. He's saying common interests are going to be what is the new order of the day. Also because we are given information that everyone in the world has access to through the internet, so that everyone in the world has a very common resource center to find that knowledge that we all can share. I know when we were in the jungles in Malaysia, the family that we were staying with, the little boy was only about 8 or 9, but he had a computer. And he had access to the same information that my children had, or children in England had, or children in...
Yeah, and that was even in the 90s.
Yes, that was back in 95 that we went to Malaysia. And found that out, that the children even in the jungles, they had their computers. So they all have access. Everyone in the world will eventually have access to that information that can bring them together no matter where they live in the world. And therefore, everyone in the world will, in a way, have a similar education in a way, because when they look up on that internet, they all get the same information pretty much, no matter where they are in the world, or what language. It's pretty well, I don't know exactly who's putting it all in, but it's quite an encyclopedia of information, and it's given to everyone in the whole world. So we are becoming more and more alike in a way because of the information that's being fed down. And this in itself is a unification process. It's a unification process that is occurring because of the internet. A child in Malaysia is going to get the same information out of his internet and computer that a child in America, in California, is going to get. And this, he said, is part of the way that it will make happen for people to unify together and put aside old blockages that have prevented the different cultures from working together. The computer, the internet will bring people to the point where they can work together because they're getting the same information all over the world. And as the children of this new generation have this information, they will then realize that everyone in the world is more connected, and they will feel that connection. They will feel that connection. And I think that a lot of the differences that we have at this time will fall away because of that. He is saying that they will. They will. The differences will fall away because the children are the ones who are really accepting all of this new way of working. And they don't have the obstacles that we have had in the past. And the world will be working in a more mental way, more with ideas, that are sent across the world and shared by another human being. And there will be more of a consensus because of this similar information. There'll be more of a consensus around the world about what's going on and how to live. The world will become a real family. And the children, they will accept other people, no matter where they are from or who they are, as they share more and more through this new way of interacting. He's saying in 50 years, when this mission has been completed, the world will really be a close-knit family. A close-knit family, rather than countries that are divided or possibly even at war. So the goal that he is projecting is in 50 years to have the world as a close-knit family. That's the point of this message. And the second point was that he wants to bring hope and joy and prosperity to all Hispanic countries, that they will rise and have more prosperity than ever before, and their children will be well educated and an integral part of the world. So Maitreya is here in his Hispanic body to especially bless the Native American and Hispanic cultures, but of course the whole world at large also. They are still here, but they say they really don't have too much more to say. I know when we went to our Catholic church in Mission Viejo that they had a large, beautiful picture of the Virgin of Guadalupe. It was probably, about 8 or 9 feet tall, and we all walked down and paraded down to kiss it, to kneel before it, and all of us said we were going to install a picture or a small painting of the Virgin of Guadalupe in our own homes to remind us of that wonderful day that we did that. It was really beautiful. Did you do that, Michael, too? Did you get the opportunity to kneel before?
No, but I saw the picture.
Yes, you saw it. Oh, good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really a wonderful thing. So...
And I knew that group traveled throughout the country to share that.
Yes, they did. They took that large... It was a reproduction, of course, but that large painting, every place that they could, to share with as many people as they could. So today we are honoring the cultures of the world that are Hispanic and Native American in our own country, and especially, of course, the whole world, too. So, what to say? No. They really have no more to say. No. They are gone.
Muchas gracias, Lord Maitreya, y muchas gracias el Padre Universal.
Gracias. Thank you.
Una familia amorosa, a loving family. Our God, so loving, gracious, and generous, has created for us and for all of His children throughout the grand universe of time and space a great eternal plan where we receive God's immeasurable love and in return share this precious love with everyone. Nuestro Dios, tan amoroso, gracioso y generoso, ha creado para nosotros y para sus hijos a lo largo del gran universo del tiempo y el espacio un gran plan eterno donde recibimos el amor inmesurable de Dios y a cambio compartimos este amor precioso con los demás. God also has constructed and maintains a vast universe where individuals are integral parts of a group or a family. These families, both great and small, simple and complex, are intricate systems which provide each individual the opportunity to learn, gain wisdom, grow spiritually, share love, and serve others in the family of the kingdom of God. Dios también ha construido y mantiene un vasto universo donde las personas individuales son partes integrales de un grupo o familia. Estas familias, grandes y pequeñas, simples y complejas, son sistemas intricados que brindan a cada individuo la oportunidad de aprender, adquirir sabiduría, crecer espiritualmente, compartir amor y servir a los demás en la familia del reino de Dios. We are the earth family within the kingdom of God. Let us give thanks to God for our life and for God's gracious love and care. Let us praise God for all of the wonderful blessings we receive every day. And let us dedicate ourselves to supporting and caring for everyone and everything on our planet while we continue to cultivate peace, joy, and harmony for the upliftment of our world. Cree en la familia de Dios. Believe in the family of God. Our basic human need. With love we bring together humanity into one family. Una familia tiene un plan para nosotros. Dios dice, ayuden a tus hermanas y tus hermanos. A loving family, one needs of everyone in your family. La fe nos enseña a creer en Dios y en todos en nuestra familia humana. Una familia amorosa, celebremos, adoremos la familia. Familia